Hi, this is a video tutorial explaining how to make quick measurements using the CLIG, or the Choi Lid Index Gauge, which is a novel device and methodology of quantifying excess upper eyelid skin laxity. The CLIG has 10 concentric graduated lines, each demarcating 1 millimeter, starting here at 1 millimeter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 millimeters. Simultaneously, there are 4 notches cut out every other millimeter, starting at the 3 millimeter line. The first notch goes from 3 to 4 millimeters. The second notch goes from 5 to 6 millimeters. The third notch goes from 7 to 8 millimeters. The fourth and final notch goes from 9 to 10 millimeters. You might have noticed by now, but these notches are not 100% precisely cut. Thus, they are to be used as quick indicators or landmarks that tell you where you are on the CLIG scale, so you don't have to painfully count each millimeter to determine a CLIG score. Let me show how it looks in practice using this practice eyelid graciously donated by our friend Pinocchio. When you grasp the patient's upper eyelid, it should look something like this. I like to line the center area of the device to around where the patient's pupil is, and I personally like to use the central area for my primary measurement. However, you can technically use any of these lateral areas as well because they are all connected and concentric to each other. They will come handy later. This upper bar was built to be exactly 2 millimeters, and so any visible measurement will start out at 2 millimeters, past that lower border. If the eyelid falls in the middle of that first notch, as so, my mind immediately thinks 3 point something. In this case, I would estimate a CLIG score of 3.5. Now, if the eyelid falls on a solid bar, as so, it will start with an even number. And so here, when you see 3 whole notches and the eyelid sits on a solid bar, my mind is thinking 4 point something. And here I'd estimate a CLIG score of 4.5. So on and so forth. If the eyelid lands in the middle of the second notch, I'm thinking 5 point something. If in the middle of the third notch, 7 point something. If in the middle of the final fourth notch, 9 point something. If I see no notches at all, we are past 10 millimeters, and I would kindly ask the patient if they're able to fly like Dumbo. Thank you. I'm here all night. Now conversely, going backwards, if I see a whole notch and the eyelid lands on a solid bar, I'm thinking 8 point something. If I see 2 whole notches and the eyelid lands on a solid bar, 6 point something. 3 whole notches and the eyelid is on a solid bar, then 4 point something. Once accustomed to this scale, CLIG measurements will be instant. Now, in practice, patients with extreme cases of dermatochalasis will have lateral hooding of their eyelids, and an initial grasp of their upper eyelid may look something like this. This is where the lateral areas come handy. I can take CLIG scores of the central eyelid as well as the lateral eyelid simultaneously, and the notches provide the same quick references. In this case, we have a central CLIG score of about, I would say, 5.5, and a lateral CLIG score of 8.5. Now you can take a more direct CLIG measurement of the lateral eyelid by simply moving the CLIG as so. And that is the beauty of CLIG, as you can take quick, convenient measurements of the upper eyelid. If you have any questions, leave a comment below or shoot me an email. Thank you for watching.